Okay, so we are live with the Simul of the former world champion Viswanathan Anand. Hello, guys. I'm so sorry for the technical delay, but the participants were carefully chosen. So we are just very excited to watch the Simul. I think, yeah, each player has 15 minutes plus 10 seconds on move, while Anand has 30 minutes. So it's gonna be very fast. Hello. So I hope everybody can see the stream and everything's okay. We should hello, we should probably even start with the first game if that's okay. We can already start against Chesang because this is the first game I see. Just gonna try to. You guys can see it on Lichess. Yes, there's a link. I don't know if I can post it on YouTube. I think Lichess should post it in YouTube chat for everyone. I already posted it on Twitch chat. You can also just watch the Simul, but it would be lovely if you follow the commentary as well, as we have the cameras of all participants and also Mr. Anand. And the board is cut off a little bit. Yes, I think we should just make the board a little bit smaller. So the whole board is going to be seen. Okay, I'm going to be going from game to game. This is just the first game that I saw, so I just went for this one. So you guys cannot join the Simul anymore. The participants were chosen in advance before anyone actually knew that there was going to be a Simul. So you guys today can just watch, but for next Simuls, maybe there are going to be some giveaways. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I just have to tell you that the participants in this Simul are actually very young Indian talents, and and that's the reason why they were chosen as well for this one. But it's okay. We have Vichy here. Everything's good. So if we start with the first game, just gonna be checking the stream briefly. So the first game, nothing special has happened. Anand is white in all of his games. Yes, he is. That's usually what happens when you're playing a Simul. The advantage is that the player who plays a lot of people at the same time always has white pieces, which is very normal. But the bad thing is he has to play 14 people at once, which is not normal. And this is going to be very, very exciting to watch for sure. Long ad break. And yeah, if we start with the first game, Anand just went for the fianchetto with the bishop on g2, very stable, very normal. Basically, he will just develop all his pieces. He will castle. He already castled. Then he will probably go c3, knight d2, maybe go rook e1, e4. He has many plans here, and he's playing very fast. How are the participants selected? This is all Lichess knowledge, but it's a very good question. But trust me, they were carefully selected. But for next ones, yeah, we will see what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for a game which already has an interesting position. Just let me. Oh, okay. I think we should go to a game from Juan Jose Phoebe, because this game already. I don't know what happened here, but it seems like Juan already made a mistake because the queen has landed has landed on the b7 somehow, and this check on a5, I don't think it does much. Just king f1 should be already winning for white, because the rook on a8 cannot be protected at all. So this game already going down.
Hello. Mama's home.
No, play this round.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that was my brother, sorry. Did we see miss mate in one? There's no mate in one, I'm not sure yet. The Simul link, yeah, okay, so I have the Simul link only on Twitch chat, but I cannot post it in YouTube chat. That's why I'm saying that maybe so the time control is 50 minutes for 10 seconds for each challenger of Anand, but for Anand, it's 30 minutes plus 10 seconds for every game. Yes, you need honor sign. Yeah, so this game, so queen a5, king f1, like I said, happened, and knight c6, and Anand will, of course, now take the rook on a8. And of course, no, first he will take the knight and then he will take the rook. Of course, as many pieces as you take, the better. Even though, yeah, I mean, anything, even if you took the rook, it would be great, because the bishop on g4 is also hanging. Basically, I think that this game will already end soon. So that's one win for Anand. I think something went very wrong in the opening for Joan, sadly. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a different position. Let's see. Okay, Anand is just, crushing. Let's go to position from Ayush Satkhan. Thank you, Lichas, for giving YouTube the links to Simul. You can follow all the games on this link if you don't want to follow the commentary. But so far, I think Anand is already winning 50% of his positions, which is great for him, of course. Yeah, so in this position, so this is very weird as well. Let me just check the opening. So the opening was very aggressive already, and two pieces were already dropped from black on move 8, and Anand is just and queen d4. Ayush blundered his queen. Oh, Ayush. And now I just feel like Anand will play knight b5, and then queen c8, knight c7 is going to be checkmate very soon. Maybe he will find a quicker one than that, but this game also going to be over very soon. You won with team odds. Anand could play Simul against 14 gens and would probably still win 14 games, but it's impressive. Simuls are very, very hard to play, because your brain has to switch from one position to a completely different one in millisecond and find the best move in completely different position. And it's really hard. It's very challenging, and we will see, I think, checkmate on this board very soon, because g5 has happened. Queen c8 will happen, and after rook d8, knight c7 is checkmate. And I think we should stay with this position of, yeah, okay, knight c7. And this game is going to end in checkmate, and the game is over. Yeah, so two games already finished. In fact, the one we checked before and this one. So Anand already won 2 games, and I think it's been like 5 minutes, and he already won 2 games, which is crazy impressive. Yeah, the chances to play against Anand, oof, yeah, the odds. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to find some balanced position. For example, the position against Zani, third captain, looks like it's more balanced compared to the positions we seen before, even though Anand is already pawn up in this position as well. Hope there are not much difficulties in the stream. It's F. Yeah, hope there are not too many difficulties. However, if there are, I apologize. It happens. Cameras freeze, okay, fixed, okay. So he's playing 13 players at the same time, and he already won 2, so now he's playing 11 players. Anand is your favorite world champion of all time. You know, that's a great pick, Mr. Koshai. And honestly, like Anand, like even though this position is balanced in material, he's a pawn up, so and he has like, look, he will bring his bishop from c1 to a3. Well, I thought he'll bring his bishop on a3, not his queen, but also putting the queen on a3 is a very good strategy, and also then just developing the bishop on f4 and taking advantage of the position he already has. So, okay. Stream is fine for you, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna check which other game. Oh, okay. So if we check the game against Rohan Paul, also already finished, also ended in checkmate in 15 moves. So this game is already over as well. Anand already won 4 games. And how long have we been in this Simul? Has it been 10 minutes? I don't think it's even been 10 minutes, and he already won 4 games. Also, he won against Gunjan 1010. Yes, he might finish this Simul before the prediction closes. Okay, let's go to the game. Okay, I like the position. I'm just trying to find the balanced position where both players have chance, but all positions, I feel like. Okay, let's go against Chess Ankh 2013. I feel like all the positions Anand is already crushing. Maybe this one is the most balanced material-wise, even though I'm a bit suspicious because of the queen on c7 and rook on c1. This will be the shortest stream ever. Yeah, probably. And already, yes, he played bishop e5, attacking the queen on c7. Yeah, is this queen getting trapped is the question. Is this queen getting trapped? Because if it is, this game also could be over very soon. Yeah, beautiful checkmates indeed. I don't think Nikhil Kamat is playing. I don't think so. It's not in my mind. But the opponent's ratings, for example, this opponent rating is 2,100. So it's pretty good rating. However, still his queen might be getting trapped. Not only his queen, the knight on a5 is actually hanging after the queen moves anywhere. So either has to go to c8 or c5. In any case, the knight on a5 drops. And again, just crushing, like he will just take the knight on a5 now, and the queen is still trapped on c8. So I think he will have to give up the queen or the bishop to save the position. However, yeah, it's and what does it take to beat a GM? A baseball bat. True. That's funny. Yeah, already crushing in this position as well. Anand on fire, not even blinking twice. So it's currently 4 wins, and he still has 9 games to play. For example, which game can we check? Let me try to find a game. For example, in a game against Tuarit, he's already a queen up, and also this game will finish in minute. I feel even sooner. Queen against Tuarit, the queen will come to d4 and g7 checkmate threat. Of course, I think I think Black will try to fight a bit with the queen down against the former world champion. It's going to be difficult though. No, I understood the joke. The most sane world champion ever. Yeah, Anand in fact is one of the most down to earth. Oh, and opponent blunder checkmate after knight c5. Queen g7 is going to be on the board, and another game will be won by Mr. Anand. Yeah, that's true, seaweed. What is the average rating of these players? Some players, for example, don't have an account, so they don't have rating yet, so I would not know the average rating. However, I can say that this game has finished in checkmate. The game is over, and that means 5 wins for Anand, 6 wins. He won another game against Vihana Chayar, already won the next game, so it's actually it's 6 wins for Anand, and 7 games are still going on. Yeah, as soon as you write it, it's 6 wins. In fact, he did beat Vihana, so let's go for a game that's still going on. Let's try to keep up with the games. For example, okay, the game against Vivan Verma is actually very interesting, and it's not that clear at all. Anand's opponent in this game is playing very, very well. If we look at the position, Black has done everything right. He developed his horses. I'm sorry, I'm used to saying horses for fun, but they're knights, of course, I know. Lichess horses, and developed his bishop. And basically Black either, I think, sacrificed the pawn on b7, which is a very, very common sacrifice to make. I'm not sure if it's good here, but I do know it's a common sacrifice to make, just because you get an open file, a b file, and that makes your opponent development a bit harder to make. Hello, yeah. Yeah, Simul is showing 13 players, and he already won 7 games. Okay, so let me check. He already won 7 games. The last win was, okay, so yeah, he beat Thwarit, he beat Viha, okay, and he also beat Yarishika. Wow, what a mate against Yarishika. What happened there? She just let him checkmate her with knight f5, queen g3, and queen g7. Checkmate on the board. Yeah, Anand, you answered the quick message, or Anand won another game. It's the same story. And then we were 5. In fact, that's true. That's exactly how many people are still playing the game. And let's check the game. Let's check. Oh, you know what? Let's check the game from Mania Gold. Mania is also fighting a lot. I have to say, she did put up a great fight against the former world champion, but White's pawns seem to be much, much stronger, and now another queen will be put on the board, also will be put on d8. So this is another game that Black cannot save and assume it's either gonna be resign or, okay, not resign yet. and rook d8 will be on the board in a millisecond as long as Anand comes back to this position. Said like Nicola, what? Hello. Why people getting checkmated so easily if people play a piece down? The thing is, when you play against the world champion, you don't have a choice. He will just trick you into a checkmate, you know, just trick you in. So rook d8 played on the board, and yeah, black just has nothing to play for. He loses his queen. If the rook takes the rook on d8, of course, we take with a pawn and promote the queen. And I just don't see a move for black. We can stay with this one just to see if Mania will play a bit or will resign. Yeah, Anand is actively fighting for the shortest Licha stream. Thank you. No, Karma, Magnus is a world champion, but Anand is a former world champion. He was the world champion before Magnus, and he still is one of the greatest players of all time. He's world champion playing kids. Yeah, so I think this game, I'm sure this game is over, so we should go maybe to a more stable game. Let's see who is still in the game even. So Anand has 8 wins now. And the games that are still going on are, I guess, Chesnang, Original Bro, Zanitard, Captain, and Viva Verma. I feel like Mania will resign soon. The game is still going on, but it's already over in a sense that black has no defense. Maybe we should go to a game against Chesang. Yeah, he needs something else. Okay, so let's check the game. Queen is 7 now on the board. As you can see, white is a pawn up. Oh no, and a piece up. I was like, yeah, it's only a pawn, but no, of course it's Anand. What am I thinking? It's a pawn and a piece. This game will not end so soon, just because, of course, there are slight chances that this game could end in a draw, but of course, nobody expects that. Anand is also winning a game. Okay, we'll check that one later, but let's just stay with this one for a second to see what's Anand's plan. Yes, so after the games are finished, I would just like to say we'll have interview with Anand for like 10 to 15 minutes. So guys, if you have any good questions in the chat, it would be very nice if you drop them. Otherwise, we will be following the games right now. Oh, Anand is winning the game. Yeah, it's totally, that was unexpected. And yes, you guys, you cannot join the Simul because this is just one-time thing, and the players were selected beforehand. Yes, so Queen d7 now on the board. Okay, this game will be going on for a few seconds. I think that Anand will just take knight e6, because after queen e6, just bishop d5 wins the queen. I guess we can expect that on the board. So maybe just he first took on d5. Okay, I didn't expect that, but he simplifies first because he knows he's winning. Black has to take with a pawn, and then we'll see what he will do. Maybe some knight c6, maybe just pushing the h pawn, maybe just moving the bishop. Let's see what his plan is. His plan is queen a3 going for the checkmate on f8. Of course, Chesang should defend this checkmate with a queen, for example, queen e8 or queen f7. And of course, Anand is just playing with a piece up. Let's go to another game. Let's go to the game against Vivan Verma. who Aisha said that Anand is already winning. Yes. So Anand did win an exchange, and oh my God, Anand. Yeah. This game also Viva and Verma has only 3 minutes left. Of course, we can expect a win from Anand. However, this game can be pushed for the longest time of all the games. Even though if we check the game against original Bro, this game also looks very interesting. Original Bro is the one who's defending, definitely, and is the one that's passive. But the material is equal, which is, as we've seen, this Simul very rare, because Anand just went for all in all the position. He is playing live. Yes, guys, he is playing right now live on the camera. Nobody is cheating. No, we don't think so. Yes, we are controlling the players through Zoom. That's true, with the camera. And yeah, I don't think we should worry. But this game looks interesting. Also, Anand spent quite some time against original Bro. The pawn is on h6, which is always nice if the queen lands on top of g7. And also, white has horsey pair, which is lovely in this position because the position is very closed. For example, if you look at the black's bishop on e6, this is a terrible, terrible bishop to have. It cannot move anywhere. It's basically just like a pawn. And for example, it would be a kind of a big mistake at the moment if the knight on f4 took the bishop on e6, because he would just get rid of black's bad piece. So this is just some strategy. There's a game link, don't worry. Just type the Simul in the chat. Yeah, pin the link. I think you just should do that on YouTube. Have I ever played Anand? No, never. It's he's he's way out of my chess league, like he's way out of most players' chess league. So it's impossible to get to play him. Chess is the greatest game ever, indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna go for some other game to see if there's some entertainment going on. So Anand did beat Mania as well. So he has 9 wins and 4 games going on. He's not even gonna draw any of them, will he? For example, if we check the game against Zani Tart Captain, yeah, the pawn on c6, 2 rooks. Again, black has no chance. Just pawn is coming to c7, and a promotion on c8 will happen sooner or later. So maybe we should stay with this game just to see if you will resign. Greetings. You guys, don't spam in the chat. You cannot join the Simul. The players were selected before and not live, because if there was live selection, it would be too messy. And we have all the players on the Zoom right now, so we make sure there's no cheating. And also so they can see Anand through Zoom. It goes both ways. It's a big thing. Yes, so there's a link, guys. I think it's pinned for the YouTube chat. The link is pinned. Yeah, lunatic, later, not right now. And yes, c7 happened and rook d7 happened. Knight is hanging, c8 will. c7 pawn will go to c8 and promote a queen. So maybe Zani Tart Captain will play till the end. However, this game is already lost too. If we go maybe to a game against Chess Ankh, this game, I'm trying to figure out, is it gonna finish or is it not gonna finish yet? I feel like we're close, but not quite there yet. The king has to go to g8. However, Chess Ankh disconnected. Is that true? Chess Ankh disconnected. Okay, he's back. Yeah, so king g8 has to be played, and let's see what Anand will go for. Just h5, just going for it very simply. I'm assuming also g4 will happen, and maybe just even g5, g6, or maybe we can see knight landing on f5 in the future. Yeah, just a rage quit. You would like to play the Simul? Yeah. For next time, we'll see. Maybe there's gonna be some announcement before, so you should follow Lee Chess, how to participate in these kind of simuls. But yeah, for now, this was just selected carefully, and this is gonna be a checkmate. Queen d8, forcing queen g8 to happen, and after queen f6, queen g7, and queen g7 will be checkmate. We will see this line on the board right now, and this game against Chess Ankh is in fact over. It is over, and again, Anand won another game. Congratulations. The score right now is 10 wins for Anand, and 3 games are still being played. So he has not lost any game, he has not drawn any game, he won 10 games, and he's still playing 3 games. You can see the player, you can't see the player names. It's okay if you can just go to the Simul link. It's not a problem if you really want. Okay, let's go to the game. Which one should we choose? Okay, let's go to the game against Original Bro, because Original Bro only has 30 seconds on the clock, and he is holding on. He is trying his best to keep the position. However, after b5, which is coming, yeah, black will not have any chance. Yeah, strong 1800, but it maybe is. Do you like new color for Lichess loading? Yes. No, Original Bro seems to be strong for sure. Macho, yeah. Okay, so he took on e6 first because he calculated that after any piece takes, b5 is coming and winning the game. It just d5 wins the piece on the spot, and Anand will play it as soon as he comes back to this board. No, Original Bro has played good. He played very solidly. He played very stably. And when, even when 1800, when they have 15 minutes on the clock, maybe they're not 1800 because they have time to calculate and think. And yeah, he just played very well. Yeah, Anand is just winning. He's not cheating. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think it's already pinned in the chat. If it's not, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so the piece has now been lost by Original Bro. Let's see if Anand, what will Anand do? Oh, just rook c7, just going to simplify the position, exchanging the queens, and just going with the piece up to this winning endgame. Also, it's nice to have the pawn on h6. Nice to have a pawn on h6. Just so you can take on h7, and then you're almost already queening. What's Anand's Lichess name? It's just Anand. It's as simple as that. It's just Anand. Can you be good at chess if you didn't study chess as a kid? Yes, for sure, for sure. It just normally it will take you more time to understand the game, but you can definitely still be very good at chess if you have not learned as a kid. That's great, grown up Matt. That's great. Yeah, interesting now I had a 91st. Okay, like I told you, the 8-7 pawn is now falling, and this 8-7 pawn will turn into queen soon. You cannot see the player names. He's playing original bro, and that's all. It's not that important to see the player names, I think, so it's okay. However, if Lichess wants to fix it, they definitely can. Lichess sestre. Yeah, I fixed that. That's great. That's great, Lichess. Yes, so let's, okay, this game, okay, let's stay with this one because this is going to be checkmate the next move. In fact, king g7 is forced and h8 queen is checkmate and game over. So let's just stay with this game. Let's just stay with this game. And are we, wait, is there even a game going on? Only one going on. Only one game. Oh, this is the last game going on. He won every single game already. Is this actually going to be the shortest Simul in the history of Simuls? Is it? Is it? Okay, the game's over. It's all over. How long did it take? 21 minutes? For Anand to beat 13 prodigies from India, it took him 21 minutes to beat 13 players at the same time. That's impressive. I just crushed, destroyed, wiped off the board, didn't even give them a chance. Yeah, hello guys. You just joined, but it's already over. That's, yeah. So guys, if you have any questions, please write them in the chat for Anand. He will be giving an interview as well. Yeah, these were all prodigies for sure. For sure. No, but it's very tough. It's very tough. Okay, let me just close the door and then we'll proceed with the stream. Not every Indian kid is a prodigy. In my mind, it is. It is. They're all very tricky players one way or another. So yeah. Okay, the guys, just so you know, Simul, he can hear you. Who can hear me? Okay. Trying to figure it out. Time for the interview. Yes. Mr. Anand, do you hear me?
Yes.
And
hello, Laura.
Perfect. Hello. How are you doing? Are you happy with your result?
Well, yes. I think, yes, I think
yeah, actually people in their
some
chat
of the games
were
obviously
making
better
jokes.
than the others. I thought Original Bro did a very good job.
Yeah.
And but all of them fought well. Some obvious improvements you can suggest, but it was a good game by everyone.
That's very nice to hear. I just have to say it was very impressive. I didn't even have to, I could not even manage to follow all the games because you were just winning one after another. It was just going from position to position. So that was very impressive. And even the chat was making jokes that you're making a sprint to the shortest Lichess stream ever. So it's indeed very cool. So yeah, you said the game against Original Bro was the one that made you think the most. Would you say that?
Yes. So a couple of obvious tips for them. Try not to move the same piece too often in the opening. Develop all your pieces first. Knights to the center, not away from the center. And just keep an eye out for what your opponent's threats are. I think if you do that, you're already well past the stage. And then you can start to study a bit more. bigger concepts. But I think for now, the main thing for all of you, main tip would be just don't move the same piece too often. Very often, many of you will losing pieces on the side, and maybe you want to avoid this. But Original Bro played a very good game, I think. He played the French defense, kept every pawn under control, and it was only at the very end when I was able to put all my pieces on the C file that I was able to break through. So I thought he did a very good job.
I feel like also we were following that game the most just because it was most intense in a way. There was no material imbalance yet, while in the other games you at least had a pawn up or an exchange. So yeah, this one was the most exciting till the end.
I think also Vivan Verma played quite a nice
game.
So these two it was
Until
harder, so I had to regroup much more.
But at some point he also blundered, but also very, very good game. He developed very well and very normally, and then even sacrificed the pawn on b7. Was it a sacrifice or a blunder? I was not sure. But
yes, let me have a look at the game. Wasn't it the wasn't it the Dutch? I don't remember.
Against,
okay, it'll be tricky to see it now. So.
Vivan? No, it was knight f3 d5. It was just with bishop g4 and knight f6.
Yes, this one. I thought he actually had he developed his pieces well and everything. The only thing is he blundered when he allowed me to play bishop f4 and win the exchange.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the game?
Yeah.
Yes. So
that's the game. Yeah.
I think it was, if you had just sidestep that, it's quite a normal position. You probably didn't need to go queen d7 either, because I got this little trick with knight b5. But I'm not gotten very far in this game. So at that stage, you were doing very well. So
yeah, that's great. So you gave advice to all the prodigies. You I don't know if you noticed, but when you came to the call, everybody immediately got a huge smile on their face, and I was just so impressed how radiant they became when they seen you, and you're just a huge motivation for them. So I think even if they didn't show themselves in this game, they're gonna just work to play you even more if possible. So it's very nice of you to make time for such Simul. And I have a question. When you were young and a prodigy yourself, did you also participate in such Simuls? Of course, not online, but live?
No, Simuls were not very common because, of course, they were not online. So you had to get someone over and organize it. So it was much more complicated. I remember I played a Simul against Grandmaster Bagirov when he came to India. And that was actually organized by the Russian Cultural Center. So he came over here, and it was a treat for the chess fans of my city. I remember I offered him a draw with an exchange down, and he almost started laughing. It was very funny. But yes, these are nice memories when you get to play against the GM when you're young. It's quite thrilling. Every move you make, you think, did I trick him, or does he see more? So it's a bit back and forth.
Oh, that's so lovely. I have not played many Simuls in my life either, and I know it's. What do you think is better, to play the Simul or just be the player against your idol? What's better? What's easier?
I don't know. I think you can enjoy both from different sides.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think mainly it's just a chance. I mean, even simultaneous, displays, they've been popular for hundreds of years. People
for
like
sure.
Morphe and I think Alekin used to give a lot of Simuls. So it was just a tradition, a way of meeting up with fans and giving them a chance to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nowadays it's more flexible because you can do it online. Sorry?
No, sorry, just finish. We have a bit of connection through Zoom.
Yeah.
So
no, just nowadays you can do it much more easily because you can do it online, and you can also play everyone online. So
yeah,
another thing is just practice often. Practice often every chance you get. You can play just a game or two a day will keep you sharp.
Oh, that's very good advice. We have a lot of people watching you. Of course, everybody's excited. I just wanted to ask you, I'm sorry that I interrupted you, if you ever played the blindfold Simul.
I played a blindfold Simul once.
Once.
I played it in Amsterdam with 5 people.
Okay.
And I was so tired. Because, okay, just imagine, if you have to play one position, then you have one position in your head, and it's difficult also. But we used to play blindfold games, and we got used to it, and you can practice. But when you play 5 people, it's very hard, first of all, to remember 5 positions. So you just forget one detail, and then you have to reconstruct, and you do this multiple times. But the worst thing is when you forget features in different games and you start mixing them up, then you go completely crazy. So blindfold Simuls, I don't know how they used to do it before, but I don't advise it for anyone. It's too hard.
No, for sure. Like I said, yeah, even normal Simuls are very difficult. Even though you see the position, you have to switch immediately from one to another and just find the best moves in each of the position. It just takes a lot of energy. That's why I asked what's better, to be the player on which side. But of course, any side is very enjoyable.
And also just imagine in a blindfold Simul, you can only remember by seeing the last move. I mean, they will not give you the other moves. You will see only the last white move or the last black move. And every time you forget, you must reconstruct it from the beginning or from the last position. You remember, you think, oh, that was on move 28. Now we're on move 31. What am I? Yes, this one. And you do this again and again. But
this is how you did it when you messed it up. You had to go from the beginning again.
Yes, in Monaco, for instance, when we had actually this blindfold tournament, we had to do it from the beginning. Whenever you completely forgot, because then you wanted to get the number of moves correctly.
Yeah.
You don't have to repeat from move 1 every time, but you will say, let's say on move 15, this was there, then you can start from that point. So you find a helpful point that you remember, you try to remember the move number, and then you can work your way back from that or something like that. But it's exhausting. So
that sounds terrible.
Yes, but normal Simuls, I think it is still difficult, but at least you can see the boards, so that's very helpful.
Much better compared to blindfold Simul. Yes, that's so great. A lot of people in the chat want to know an answer to one question, and of course that is for the following World Championship match. Magnus versus Jan. Do you have anything to say about it? Of course, I already read a lot of your interviews. You already gave a lot of interviews, but just for the people in the chat, if you have any predictions or any advice for anyone?
Again, let's see. Based on what we know so far, Magnus is a clear favorite. I mean, he's stronger by quite some margin, and he's also stronger in every part of the game. I mean, I cannot think of one area where Jan matches him. But Jan is very talented, and he had 3 or 4 months where he could work hard and grow as a chess player. Also, his motivation must be very high. So if you include these unknown factors, I think there is no reason to be too pessimistic. I think Jan knows how to take the battle to Magnus. He will have good advice. good trainers, good people to consult. So I'm hoping for an exciting match, and I hope most of you are.
Yes, I'm 100% sure we're gonna see such an exciting games. Like I'm very excited. It starts in a few days, and I can't wait for the games to start. I really want to know what Jan has in store. Exactly what you said. He had 4 months of intense preparation, and who knows what kind of openings he came up, what kind of play will he choose. It's going to be very interesting for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and one last question. I think that you also follow the European Team Championship that ended yesterday because of Alireza, right? I think I saw a tweet from you. I'm not so sure.
Yes, of course, I think everyone stopped and started following Alireza simply to see if he would break 2800 first of all.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it's so amazing. He got there so fast in just 2 tournaments. Also, the other surprise, I think it was very nice for Ukraine. They have a good team, and they were able to win it. So congrats to them. And yes, most people were following Alireza.
Yeah, for sure. It's very, very impressive what he's doing. And I also talked to the French team, their captain, and nobody in their team can believe that he had such a fighting spirit and such love for the game. He just sits at the game, white or black, doesn't matter. He's just gonna play his best, and the score that he made was insane. And he's now number 2 in the world. And of course, the question is, do you think he's potential next challenger?
You can hardly count him out now, but he will still have to win the candidates, and the candidates will have people like Fabiano and Duda and Karyakin are also very strong.
Yes.
Plus, there will be some more who join next year. So he'll play very experienced people. But it's, if he wants to become world champion, he knows he has to do it. But what he has done in October and November in Grand Swiss and here,
it's impressive.
You know a little bit. I wrote to him privately. I Skyped him and just told him that I was breathless, but I can use that same word. I was just fantastic.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's so nice. He must have been very thrilled as well to hear that from you. That's crazy. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for being here and taking your time for the interview as well. Hope you enjoyed the games and enjoyed the time on Liches, and everybody would love to see you again and maybe even play another Simul one day.
Thanks a lot. And okay, I'll quickly take 1 or 2 questions. So there are 2 questions, and both of them, the thing is, how do you develop your skills in chess? I think it's much easier to learn if you just practice. It's very hard to learn by book only. If you just learn from something, then you don't know when to apply it. But if you practice and then you have a doubt, you open a book or you consult someone, and then you go back and you see if now you understand it. This back and forth is, I think, the way to go. So practice. What is my favorite opening? I don't know anymore. I've tried a bit of everything, but most of my life I've been playing the Sicilian, so I think that's nice. Okay, I just wanted to
that's
take
great.
those 2.
That's great.
And thank you, Manya, for your words. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, and bye. Have a nice day.
Keep practicing, and I look forward to seeing